You all please join me in that show. If, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters who, with sincere and entrusting heart, aspire to be born in my land and say my name even 10 times, should not be born there, may I not attain the perfect enlightenment. Excluded are those who commit the 5 big offenses and those who slander the right Dharma. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I know most of you are used to saying good morning, but today we are saying good evening because we are here at the Tacoma Buddhist Temple on December 31st, the final day in the year of 2022. Now, you know, this is going to start off as kind of like with me saying a joke, but more of a funny stories about when we start a new year. How many of you, and I'm raising my hand included in this, still like when you write documents or when you write checks or things like that at the beginning of 2023, right? You still write 2022 because you've forgotten it's the next year. Everybody, right? Everybody. I am included in this. I sometimes still do that when it gets to April, and I go, "Oh no, it's 2023. It's not 2022 anymore." And this, to me, is really speaks to the nature of our humanity. We still have these attachments. We get used to things, right? We get used to our routines. We kind of come up this last day of the year kind of comes up to us as sort of a surprise. But of course, we expect to see who here is going to watch the ball drop tonight, right? At New York Times Square. Maybe if you can stay up, maybe Cindy and I will go to sleep too. I don't know. But we still come up to this point in time and we realize that a whole year has passed. And we look back, so many significant things have happened. And even still, just before the year ends, huge significant things have happened. Those of you who do not know, we sadly, well, depending on however you feel about him, we lost a very major spiritual figure in our community, in the spiritual and world religious community today. Those of you who do not know or woke up to the news that the past Pope Benedict passed away. And again, we are not Catholic, and we do not follow the teachings of Catholicism, but still must be regarded as a major world religious leader. Same thing, we had the passing of Barbara Walters as well. Many of you remember, I mean, of course, now many of you will probably look at me and say, "Oh, you're not that old," because I am 33 years old. But even I remember certain interviews done by Barbara Walters. I remember listening to her on NPR with my father to drive us home from school at times as well. So when I heard that she had passed away, I was very dumbfounded, and I thought, my goodness, 2022, this seemed to want to make an impact on us every single time, like even to the last day of the year. So it's really significant to me that this has happened. But again, as we close the year 2022, it dawns to me that while we mark a lot of these significant events in the span of a year, and mark like significant turning points in our history, right? So 2022, we sort of saw the end of not the end of the pandemic, but we kind of all started to be able to come together again here at the temple. I was able to meet so many of you in person once again, and we were able to have Dharma school in person. We were able to have a small Lagoon-like event. All of these things marked within this year. However, I bring back to the opening quote I said today, and this is the quote from the larger sutra. So when we think about Bodhisattva Dharmakara, who would later become Amida Buddha, we have to remember that a Bodhisattva's vow and the working of Amida Buddha never stops. regardless of the time. We mark our time with the years, with the time of day, with the calendar, and we say, I just need to get to this point and I'll be done. I just need to finish this year and I'll be done. Same with those of you who work in academia. I just need to get through June or May and I'll be done. I'll just need to do whatever. I just need to get through this time and I'll be finished. So we think like this, right? We have these markers. We just need to get through 2022 and we'll be finished. We'll be able to start a clean slate, a fresh 2023, and start a whole new year. But Amida Buddha and the Buddha Dharma does not think this way. For time, as we all know, it's a construct of humanity. Now, it's a very necessary one, and it keeps us on time, it keeps us on schedule, and it keeps us going places. But for Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion, for the working of the Dharma, time does not cease. That is why, in fact, when you think about it, Amida Buddha, the name Amida means infinite light, infinite life. Amitayus, Amitabha, infinite light, infinite light, infinite life, light. And the reason for this is because the working never stops. Wisdom and compassion never ceases to reach us. So when we think about the working of the Dharma, there is no holiday. There is no, I get to take a break. There is no, oh, this is my day off, don't call me. So that I'm not Amida Buddha, okay? So if I have a day off, please refrain from calling me. I'm just joking. But again, right, for a Buddha, for a Bodhisattva, for Bodhisattva Dharmakara, who crossed 10 kalpas of time and space to bring us to the wonderful Pure Land, the land of bliss, the land of no suffering, so we could achieve the ultimate form of awakening, which is nirvana. How wonderful is that? It is almost unfathomable. The whole point is to be unfathomable. The whole point is for us to remember that while we may mark the times that we go to sleep, we may mark the times that we end the year, the times that we end the day. For those of you who are still working, sometimes the day ends at 5 p.m. And for those of you who are probably still working, you have to clock in at work at 9 a.m. For Amida Buddha, for the wisdom and compassion, it never stops. The working of the Dharma continues to teach us time and time again throughout our daily lives, the working of interdependence, impermanence, wisdom, and compassion. All of these lessons are still being given to us, regardless of the time. Now, as we come to the end of this year of 2022, I just would like to once again thank the entire community of the Tacoma Buddhist Temple for continuing to persist, to continue to preserve the teachings of Jodo Shinshu, the teachings of Shinran Shonin. It is because you continue to come here every Sunday or continuously work to help with the various events that keeps the temple going, that the whole reason this teaching continues to live on is because of your community and because of us coming together here on Sunday services. Bodhisattva Dharmakara never ceases to work. And while we are humans and we cannot do the same amount of work that Amida Buddha can, I think we as a community and as followers of the Nembutsu path have a sense of gratitude and appreciation for this fact. And it is because of this fact that we still continue to come to the service today. I wanted to bring our teaching and the focus of the Dharma talk back to our central doctrine and back to our central vow. So as you all know, our school of Jodo Shinshu is called Jodo Shinshu Honganji Ha. Now that of course is a large title, but many of you know that our head temple is Nishi Honganji, right? Honganji. Hongan literally means primal vow or central vow. And that is the vow that I read today. This is the vow of Amida Buddha or of Bodhisattva Dharmakara to save all sentient beings, not taking a break, not caring which year it is, realizing that humanity must turn to the Dharma in order to be saved from the sufferings that we all experience on a daily basis. And it is because of Bodhisattva Dharmakara's tireless working, tireless efforts that we are able to come here today to share in that Dharma. So with this in mind, I wish all of you a very happy new year and a very safe start of 2023. Thank you all so much for coming today. I really enjoy seeing all of your faces, and even though we are still masked, I can tell that you are all still smiling or sleepy, depending on how I did today. So in closing, please join me in Vash. If, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, who with sincere and entrusting heart aspire to be born in my land, and say my name even 10 times, to not be born there, may I not attain the perfect enlightenment. Excluded are those who commit the 5 big offenses and those who find the right Dharma. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya.